Yes, it's Miss Francois, looking amazing as always. And guess what? This is season 2 of the Mss Francois Show. Of course, I'm looking amazing as always. Makeup is done, titties on point. Last year, I was looking for a man because I was coming out of a bad breakup. This summer, I did all these classes and stuff, personal development. So this year, I'm coming to get pregnant. So I declared all those things, right? So we're going to start the season 2 off right. Today, we're going to get the Fudge Experience. Oh, I like me some fudge. Fudge apparently stands for funny, unique, devoted gentleman. This individual is an American TV personality and actor, a comedian, 4 times McDonald's Best Comedy winner. He has made appearances on MTV and BET. With all of that fancy stuff, he better not disappoint any one of us. Okay? So Fudge, the comedian, make us laugh.
Yes, Lord. That's what I'm talking about. Season 2. Give it up for the vivacious and very sexy Mss Francois. Francois. You gotta say that for Francois. You gotta move your Francois. You can't just say Francois. Francois. You gotta put all your bottom jaw in it. Yeah, she's looking sexy. You know what I'm saying? You know you sexy when you can take the eye off and nobody question you. Just Miss. Because you guys say Miss. But my name is Fudge, a.k.a. Fudge the Comedian. As Mss Francois was saying, it stands for Funny, Unique, Devoted Gentleman Entertainer. Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad y'all like that, ladies, you know. But truth be told, you can't be a black man named Fudge without an explanation. You understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes you get the wrong attention, you know. You be like, hey, Fudge, but like, hey, sir, it ain't that type of party, you know. My name is Fudge, all right? But we in the Bronx, the boogie down. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is the home of J-Lo, Cardi B, y'all. That sounds like a telephone. Huh? Hello? And Mss Francois, right? Yeah, make some noise. I don't know what it is in the water in the Bronx, but do everybody got the booty? I mean, for real, like, just cakes galore. Ooh, Jesus, I just need some icing or something. I need some coffee. Man, I love comedy. I just love to laugh. Everybody just love to laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, the funniest things make me laugh. Like, how many natural hair women in the house made the big chop? Yeah. Woo! Ladies, just a word of advice. If you're in a relationship or you looking for to be in a relationship, make sure you notify your man that he's on his hair journey with you. My closet looked like a warehouse, looked like a beauty supply store. And the thing is, my girl did the big chop, but then 3 weeks later want to get braids. Like, now, it's a protective style. Well, somebody need to protect my wallet. Why does it? And I didn't even know all these, they got that many flavors of grease. Like, I didn't know. We just had one flavor. They got like creamy smoothie. I thought it was, like, I tried to put granola in it. I thought it was delicious. I thought, this is delicious. But fellas, make sure you pay attention to that stuff, because if she don't use it, you could use it. My hair is soft. It's soft. Like, it's so soft, I took the T off. It's soft. Like, Miss is soft. Man, before I go, I just want to give a little bit about myself. Before I was a comedian, I wanted to be a Muppet. When I was little, I didn't know they was fake, okay? Don't judge me. Like, what? We was with you on the natural hair and stuff, but you want to be a Muppet. I didn't know they was fake. So I used to think Muppet thoughts, like how Rihanna had, like, you know, the why had waka thoughts. And I used to think, like, what if certain, you know, after Sesame Street went off the air, did the Sesame Street have, like, their own life? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They go home after the kids go home. Like, I was thinking, my favorite character is Elmo, right? And you know Elmo was at the top of the game. He moved from Sesame Street and went to Cinnamon Raisin where he had his own apartment and everything. But could you imagine Elmo with his girl in a relationship? And you know, man, is my man in the house that got a job, make some noise? Okay. That's what I'm talking about. 2 men in here strong. We got 2 jobs. Hey, we 100%, brothers. Yeah. You know, because, like, imagine Elmo, he have long days work. And ladies, you want that quality time. And no matter how much your man making that money, y'all want that quality time. Am I right? You want him to run that finger through them curls, through them protective styles. But could you imagine Elmo coming from a long day's work and his woman want to spend time with him? She's like, baby, you've been gone all day. Come lay with me. And Elmo's like, look, baby, look. I had to count to 117 times. A kid threw up on my fur. I just wanted to take a shower, go to sleep. And you know, ladies, when you want to get your man's attention, you start taking off clothes. And Elmo get right into performance mode. Okay. You want to play with Elmo? You want to see Mr. Noodle, huh? Come here, Elmo has something to show you. Lay right there. You know, Elmo black, so you know he got the music going. You know, I don't know about it is, but black man, we got to make love with a soundtrack. But it's a, yeah. It start getting good to him. He starts singing. La, 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 la. That tickles. That's my time. Y'all been great. I've been Fudge. Back to the vivacious Mss Francois. Woo!
Oh, I love me some fudge. You know when it's heated and then it's dripping. Oh wait, I'm on camera. Okay, so hi, thank you, Fudge. That was awesome. You made me laugh, and I'm sure you made everyone else laugh. So now I'm gonna jump straight into my segment. Today, I have someone by the name of Nikki Brown, AKA the Coochie Coach. Okay? She's with over 30 years of experience in transforming sexual trauma into sexual triumph. She's about healing women, helping to heal women to evolve the sexual taboo. So one of the things that I just want to, basically, she makes sure your coochie right? So all that long stuff, 30 years of experience, she know all about the coochie. This is the person we want to talk to. So let's jump with Miss Nicole Brown. Hi, Miss Nicole.
Hi, Mss Francois. How are you?
I am fine. So the reason I have you here is to talk about coochie, right?
That's it.
Okay. So
All day.
the name of your book is called Coochie Care.
Coochie
21 days and 21 ways.
Yes. Look at y'all. Ooh, how to take care of it. They like, yeah.
I just wanted a tiny thing, like how did you even come up with a name? And because some people might think that name is like, oh, I don't know if I want to read that book.
Got it. Well, I had to come up with a name that sounded like my natural voice, like my authentic voice, I'd say. So I started off wanting to talk about wombs and womb care, and that wasn't me. That was inauthentic. And so then I went to the far extreme, and I can't say that word on air. So then I said, I have to find a word that when my daughter goes to talk about what her mom does, that she could comfortably say, and it wouldn't be so strange and taboo. So
say
vagina,
coochie, like how
coochie.
you say? Coochie. All right. I just want to make sure I have it. So you have 21 days, 21 basically different things to do in order for us to care about the coochie. I mean, the main reason I'm here is not to care about my coochie, but if I'm looking for a man, I want to make sure my coochie is right when I meet the man, right? So with that said, I'm going to jump around the different days that you have. We're not going to talk about all of them. But one of the ones...
Wait, can I say something?
Sure, of course.
I just want to say, it's not just about when you get the man, right? Because you don't want to have your coochie all not together, even if you just looking at it.
You're very right.
Right?
Because I ain't going to lie. When I started reading your book, I was like, I don't even know what my coochie look like.
Right.
You know, so...
So then...
So one of the things on day 5, I'm going to just mix up all the days,
fine.
right? So on day 5, you said no soap and no douche. So I got a little nervous.
Yes.
So explain that to me. No soap, no douche.
Well, one is about keeping the body balanced, right? You talk about pH balance. Doctors talk about, make sure your pH is balanced, right? So those are to make sure that your body is highly alkaline, right? And so what those chemicals in soaps that are not natural soaps, and even natural soaps and douches do, they take they imbalance your vagina so that it's more acidic, and you don't want an acidic vagina.
What if
It's like having,
what I've been told.
it's like having too much Coca-Cola. Yeah, see how this sounds to me? You're like, oh yeah. So imagine your cooch. She's like, oh, what happened? So when that occurs, right, when you have too much acid in the body, it makes it off kilter. So you get things that happen for women. It's like maybe you have a yeast infection, or maybe you have some other imbalancing impact on your vagina when you have too much acidity, excuse me.
Okay, good to
Literal
know.
acid.
So you need to be alkaline.
Yes.
So good. That's something, because a lot of people don't know that. I'm thinking when they're using all these lotion, the
They
soaps.
clean it because people think, oh, I'm cleaning it. I want it to smell good. Da da da. And it's like, what's wrong with the natural scent of my vagina?
Okay, good.
If
to
you
know.
clean it, if you are what you eat, you're gonna smell like McDonald's later.
Okay, so now I know to make sure it's alkaline and not acidic,
Exactly,
right? Good. Note that, okay? This is something that I've been told that I should be using. Practice, how you pronounce that?
Kegels.
Kegels.
Yes.
Right? So that's, anytime I hear that, I get nervous. Like I have some at home, but I never used it because certain things enter into my mind. Like, do I have the right size? Is that certain size I'm
Wait, you
supposed to
have
be
what at
using?
home?
The little balls thing is the little balls.
Oh, you
right?
don't need those. I'm so.
Oh,
This is all.
so,
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't even need to be using no balls.
No, you don't need balls. Well, when you get your man, you might need to use balls.
Okay.
But you don't need to use balls for this. Now, the Kegels is okay. So
Yeah, show me how to do it. Show
in
me how to do
the
it.
book,
Yeah.
we talk about looking at your vagina. This is when looking at it, knowing what's there can support you, right? So between your anus and your vaginal opening, there's a muscle.
Right.
So you squeeze that muscle, and men have it too, right? So you squeeze that muscle and you strengthen it up, and it helps to strengthen the wall inside of the vagina. Yeah, right? So it makes it stronger, and so you just move it. You can do it right now.
All right,
Nobody is gonna
everybody,
know.
squeeze.
Everybody start squeezing.
Squeeze.
So it's like, you know that sensation you make right before you want to stop your urine? You're like, oh, shoot, the phone is ringing, and you want to stop
Yeah.
peeing? That's the same muscle that you use to do a Kegel. So you just do that. Do it. You can sit here.
Oh,
You don't even
so-
got to move. She's doing it. You don't have to do that. Nobody even knows. I'm doing it right now. I did it over there, right? And it helps, right? You said you want to get pregnant. You want to have a baby.
Alright.
You want the baby to stay.
All this time, so I don't even need balls.
Nope.
Jesus, I was wasting my time. Okay, this is good to know. Like, I never knew that.
I mean, you could use the balls for something else, but yeah, the
Dang, okay.
Kegels can be done
I
without
gotta
them.
watch you, Miss Nikki. Coochie Coach. Oh, so you know how you were saying how you need to know about your vagina
Yes.
and what's there, what's not there, what might be shocking that you find there. And you said use a handheld mirror.
Yes.
So am I looking for anything in particular?
I mean, I think for me, I won't use me as an example because I'm kind of the extreme person that does investigations. However, it's not about looking for anything in particular. Sometimes you've never seen it before. Just to know, like, oh, that's the part that they say does X, Y, and Z. Well, let me touch it and see if it actually does that. This part is the actual opening. Oh, you mean that is another part of the vagina that I didn't know about? Sometimes it's just about looking to investigate to see what's there. As women, we're not even taught that it's okay to look.
That's so true. Like I said, literally after reading the book, I went home and grabbed a mirror. And I was a little confused to what I saw. I can't tell you all because I think this is not that kind of channel. So I'll keep that to myself. But no, it's really interesting. So I was actually shocked.
Well, hopefully shocked in a good way.
Yeah, shocked in a good
Shocked
way.
not you're like, oh, damn. I thought I had this. Oh, now that's there. Okay.
Oh, and this is something I definitely want to touch on. One of the things you also said is get to know yourself. So now, fine, I see what down there looks like or what it should look like and what I need to fix. But you mentioned masturbation, self-pleasure, and you said this relieves stress and headaches. And what I thought was like a switch, you said physical intercourse with a partner can actually cause stress and cause anxiety. So with that, I even put brackets. I was like, should I highlight this? So please.
No, I
fill us in on
mean,
this.
when I say that, you know, sometimes women, and I mean, I'm talking about, when I got to be straight about something too. I want to say that I'm talking about female to male intercourse or sexual relations, because I know that there are all other kinds of relationships, right? So I'm talking about sometimes between a man and a woman. And so a lot of times we've been taught as women that the man is to dominate in a sexual experience. And so that for me had caused stress. I didn't feel like I should do it when my ex-husband wanted to have sex. That caused me stress. I would get a headache. Just knowing
Right.
he came to do
I'm
it. He
your
might want to
husband,
right.
now
right.
to that,
right.
right, we're
So
doing
it's
it
up
now.
to him to decide and to determine when this is going to happen. So that's the kind of stress that I felt like some people experience because they're not necessarily empowered or in control of the experience. They're waiting for somebody else to say, this is how it's going to go. Now is the time. Oh, you should feel this. Oh, you didn't get yours? Oh, too bad.
Yes, I know what that is like.
And you be all backed up with a headache.
So when you say self-pleasure, this is to really get to know yourself on another level?
Absolutely.
Because I know some people say if you don't know yourself, how can you
How can you show somebody else what you like? Or how can you tell someone else what you like? Oh, touch me here, do this, don't do that. Oh, please don't do that. Oh, yeah, give me more of that. How do you know to say that if you've never actually experienced it or touched it in a particular way that gave you a vibe or a sensation? It's just a sensation.
But you know what's weird? Like a lot of women always say how they, like, you know, we women always believe our men should know stuff. Like, he should know, he should get me flowers, he should know how I'm feeling.
How should he know? He does. How could he know he doesn't have a vagina?
That is true. Oh, damn.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
You can't teach what you don't know.
So with that, man, you don't have a vagina. So we're just going to take a short break and come back with the Coochie Coach.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
It's not always easy being a dad.
Do you have panda asthma too? Does that run in the family?
This is the home of the most priceless kung fu artifacts.
But when you make an effort,
Dad, we're not supposed to touch anything.
Oh, sorry. Go along, son!
it's always worth it.
Whoa! Master!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
I am gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Welcome back to the Mss Francois Show, Season 2! Damn, I don't age whatsoever. So, if you missed the beginning of this show, that's not my fault, that's your fault. But we're talking with Miss Nikki Brown, the Coochie Coach. We're talking about coochie, whatever. I don't know where you're from, but some people call it saltfish. I'm Trinidadian. It could be pum pum. It could be punani. Whatever you want to call it, that's what we're talking about today because Miss Nikki is here to help us make sure we take care of ourselves and make sure we're in top-notch shape, especially when you're looking for someone, right? So, with that said, Miss Nikki,
Yes.
I just want to, again, let me show them the book.
Yes.
So, this is the book, and it's called
Coochie Care.
Coochie Care, 21 days,
and
21 ways. I like that, right? Believe me, I learned a few things after reading this book. So what we're doing today, we're just going to go through some of the days so you all could get an idea of what exactly Coochie Care is with Miss Nikki. So I had another thing. You said on day 11, wash hands first. Because like when you go to the bathroom, you
You
go.
know you're in public?
Yeah, you just go to the bathroom, you do what you got to do, and then
Wipe.
everyone is making sure you got to wash your hands after, but you're saying wash your hands first.
Before. So prior to going, so our hands carry so many germs, right? We've got all these germs. We're touching things. We're shaking hands with people who haven't washed their hands. So it's really just a sanitary thing. So I remember reading an article that talked about teaching boys to wash their hands first before they touch their penis. So they think, oh, because they're external, then it's more. But for women, sometimes you wipe yourself and you're like, wait a minute, is my hand wet with the tissue? Oh, okay, that's not cool.
Yeah.
So think about all the stuff that might be on your hand prior to that moment. Do I want to accidentally touch with that? So I just said, wash your hands first.
No, but once you say it, it makes so much sense. Because we don't think about these
don't
things.
think about
Everybody's worried about people
The
washing their after.
It's like what happens before.
Yeah,
You
'cause-
walked in, you opened the knob,
Right.
right? If there's a knob, or you shook Sally's hand on the way in the work. You did a whole
Yeah,
bunch of
going
things. You
there-
touched the
they're going-
computer.
right.
You on the train. You're like,
Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
And then
see,
you're like, Coochie
now
Care.
where we go to the bathroom? What? You know what I'm saying? So the next time you go to the restroom, think about that train ride before you enter that stall. Yeah,
Oh, God. Oh,
Yeah.
good information. And another thing that it reminded me, since I'm from Trinidad, I remember my mom saying this, especially but she was saying it after you have a kid. But you said steam your package. So explain that to the viewers, what is steam your package?
I mean, okay, so a lot of people talk about cleansing. So this is where what we talked about earlier, not using a douche or something of that nature. In ancient Kemetic legacy, it was believed that a woman would cleanse herself by using this thing they called a pot. You know, you sat over a pot with these nice herbs and some steam, and you just allowed that aroma to enter your vagina so that you could purify, cleanse out, but you also are left with like a pleasant scent, vibe, and cleanse.
so when you're over, you throw some bush in a bucket or something?
Well, not any bush, right?
Right. So tell me the one.
I mean, I like certain plants. I like lavender. It's sweet, it's soft, it's gentle. And I say start simple. It could just be water, really, to be
Okay.
honest. Let's say we put nothing in it.
Okay.
And it's just water, right? People like scents, people like herbs because it makes them feel good. It has a better
Right.
smell or whatever. But sometimes it's just about the detoxification of what shouldn't be there. So getting rid of the impurities.
So you're sitting on hot water, on like a bucket or something.
I mean,
you're stooping down.
You can use a pot, like a regular
Okay.
pot. Like you cook
Okay, I'm not
stew.
coming to your house. That's just nasty.
No, well, that's what you think. Think about what
Okay.
that food has been.
So I'm sitting over your pot, right? That you're not gonna.
That I'm not going to feed you out.
All right. And then there's some. So how long you should sit on the pot for?
I mean, don't burn your snatch.
Okay.
Okay. So, I mean, and it all depends on your ability to take heat, right? So you're not going to sit on top of it as soon as it's piping hot off of
Right.
a stove. You have to use your greater intelligence. We're not trying to scorch ourselves. We're trying to be intelligent about this. So, you're going to let the steam simmer down a little bit, but you still want that, that
Yeah. And does something actually come out of your
Nah,
vagina?
Nothing, should
Nothing
come out.
comes out.
You might. Now, if something comes out, ladies, you might have to see your professional, your healthcare professional. If something comes out, okay? I'm not a doctor. Can't advise on that part. But what I can tell you is, it's one way that people use to cleanse.
Cleanse. Okay, good to know. And like since you mentioned, you said your healthcare provider. That's something you did mention to see a GYN. How
On a
often
reg-
you believe someone go see their GYN? Because people say different things.
People lie. So I believe once a year, because a lot of things happen within 6 months. A lot of things happen within 3 months. They tell you if you have unprotected sex in a certain amount of time, in 3 months, you should be at the doctor to make sure that you haven't contracted HIV. So how you gonna go a whole year
Right.
or 2 or 3 without checking on
Right.
your internals? So I agree. I believe 1 year for everything, your physical exam and your gynecological exam. You should definitely see your.
Okay, and like you said, make sure you get tested for any STDs or any HIV.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And most people, here's the thing about that though. So I had to say that because I think that's again something that, along with vaginal care and women's health, we're not talking about being tested. It's not about these scary tactics like we're all sick, we're walking around. Like it's just knowing. Knowledge gives you peace of mind.
Right.
And there are so many antidotes for everything. So it's like, okay, if I know, then I can take care of myself better. But how do I not know? Walking around, having sex or interacting with people, walking around ignorant. So it's better to know.
Oh, Nice. You brought these things. Tell me a little about what these
So I
are.
brought these in lieu of the bush, right? So I bought essential oils because I think that they are just some things that you can deposit into your water. In the book, I also talk about taking a bath and the
Right.
importance of bathing. And so depending on what's needed. So I needed to be uplifted today. My mood was kind of somber when I started because I
Okay.
was rushing and doing a lot of stuff. So I just inhaled or put a little peppermint in my hands and had a little whiff, and by the time
So
I
you
got
came
here,
to
I
my
was
show
smiling.
high?
High, yeah.
'Cause
I'm
that's
zooted.
what I'm just saying.
No, not high at all. Oh no, yeah, I know how to get high. This is not the show to talk about.
So before we're edging down to the end, but one of the things that I like that you mentioned is something called a Coochie contract. So
Yes.
just tell us a little about that before we ease on the way out.
What did I say?
Get
Look,
like
I wrote the book. I forgot. No, I said something about having this agreement with yourself,
Yes.
right? About honoring yourself and honoring your vagina. And so I'm a writer, so I think it's important to make declarations. You spoke
Yeah.
earlier about making this declaration. So I think that when you make this agreement with yourself and refer back to it often about what's important to you, you know, you kind of get something to live into, this future. So the future of the vajayjay.
What you're gonna do and how you're gonna treat it, and
And what you gonna do with it? And how you- yeah, that's not this. Not the show.
so with that, I just want to say thank you so much,
you.
Nikki
Thank
Brown, aka Coochie Coach,
Yes.
for educating us on
Can I just say it's
Yes.
the Coochie Coach?
the Coochie Coach.
Because it's only one me.
Okay. Oh, the Coochie Coach. Okay.
Definitely
So with that, I just wanted to say thank you for Nikki Brown, the Coochie Coach, coming on. I wanted to say thank you to Fudge, the comedian. He was hilarious. So as always, I like to remind people, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and follow on Instagram and Facebook. And I have a website now, so feel free to go to www.mssfrancois, that's 2 S's, multi-talented and super sexy. I mean, it's obvious, right? So with that said, I'm going to take a few seconds out to go check my coochie in the mirror here. She forgot to bring the mirror. I tell her to make sure I'm bringing the mirror. I didn't want to use my mirror. But thank you all for tuning in. I'm glad to be having season 2. So you all have an awesome week until the next show. Woo!